Guess what I realized after living in Africa for 4 years? You're not going to believe this. My name is Tim Ford Jr., and I help my people invest, rebuild, and return to the continent of Africa. But let's get to the point of why you clicked on this video. I've been over here in East Africa, Tanzania for the past 4 years, and I promise you by the end of this video, I will give you some tangible information to help you have a smooth transition over here to Africa if you decide to come over here for yourself. I plan to use a bit of my journey and my story to give you some game about what I've been able to accomplish over here in East Africa, Tanzania. But without further ado, let's get to the point of why you clicked on this video. Guys, I realize we have been lied to on a scale that is unimaginable. These guys lied to us and made us think that these people, our brothers and sisters over here on the continent of Africa, actually hate us. I can't tell you how many people think that the Africans over here actually hate us. Even me, myself, I grew up thinking that the people on the continent of Africa, our brothers and sisters here, our grandmothers and grandfathers over here on the continent actually hated us and didn't want us to come over here. And since I've been here for the past 4 years, I've learned that that is far from the truth. These people have so much love for us and have shown me love in a way that I have never even imagined I could be shown love. There's been so much realness, there's been so much genuineness, and I'm not gonna lie and say it's all been peaches and cream and it's all been rosy. No, I've ran into some low-level people too. I've ran into some people that don't do things properly, and I've had encounters with people who've tried to do me wrong. But for the most part, it's not the hatred that I've been taught. It's not the hatred that we've been taught over here. It's really collaboration efforts being put in place, and it's really people that's showing us love over here on a level that we can't even explain. They taught us that so that when it was time to come over here, when it was time for us to be ready to connect with our brothers and sisters, we would have a tough time overcoming what we were taught. So they put those things in a way so that we wouldn't be comfortable when it came time for us to feel this calling and feel what we feel right now in this time. There's many people watching my content and will stumble across this video, and you've been thinking about Africa, or you've been wondering about what's possible in Africa, but the one lingering thought is you think our people hate us over here. I'm here to tell you that that is far from the truth. They love us. I've seen my brothers and sisters overextend themselves sometimes to show me love. And literally, guys, they look at us like they're big brothers and sisters. So they're waiting on us and love us and admiring us and ready for us to really come over here and actually help out and bring our tools and resources to the party so we can help our brothers and sisters out. Another thing I realized is you really get spiritual healing when you decide to come over here. I've heard the cliche, and you may think like, oh man, that's a cliche. That's not true. You don't get healing. Man, it's something about being over here on the continent, especially in East Africa. I know each country is different, but something about being over here actually feels liberating. Like to be amongst your people, to be amongst the majority and not be considered a minority in an environment, it really does something to your stress level. It really does something to your psyche. We growing up in the Western world, we don't know what it feels like to be the majority. We've always been the minority and we've always been subject to the system. So when you come here, you feel that burden lifted off of your shoulders and you are able to actually feel for a change and actually take advantage of a system in an environment that's beneficial for you and your family. So coming here, man, you get to escape the Western world, escape the Western mess, and really be able to heal and take time to heal from your traumas, take time to really level up within yourself and get closer to God so that you can be used better for your family and do things properly over here. I know we're all on this journey of trying to heal and break generational curses, and I believe spiritually that coming here to the continent of Africa and positioning yourself properly actually aids in us breaking those curses, because one of the curses is us living and believing in that American system. So if you decide to break the curse of holding on to that system and pacifying yourself, coming here to the continent is something spiritually healing that I can't even describe and put into words. Another thing I realized is this: every other nation is here and so-called taking advantage of the opportunities here in Africa but us. I mean, China literally is the world's largest investor in terms of capital into the continent of Africa right now. At 72 billion USD, they're investing a lot of money into the continent of Africa, and that's only the investment. So you can only imagine what the returns will be for that. Also, you got France at 34 billion, the United States, and I'm not talking about us. Maybe it's some tricklets of us, sprinkles of us, but not many of us, and they are at 31 billion dollars, and the UAE is at 25 billion dollars. And in 2020, they announced a $500 million initiative to help the youth and digitize resources over here on the continent of Africa. So all of these other nations are here taking advantage, trying to position themselves in a way that they are able to benefit from it. But us, we still have this negative image that we've been taught, and we believe it wholeheartedly to the point that we don't even want to look over here and see the opportunities and see the resources. While I've been over here for these past 4 years, I've seen all of these different nations in work, at work, doing their thing, working together as a unit to build. We will at some point, we will do it. We are doing it in our own way, but we have to get more organized and do it at a greater scale, okay? And the next thing I realized is there is real opportunity over here for those with the right mindset and can really see what's going on. Africa's millionaire population is set to rise by 65% over the next 6 years. So that means if you have the right mindset, if you have enough capital, if you do things properly, you can position yourself in a way to generate a lot of wealth over these next 6 years. Sectors like manufacturing, tourism, mining are three of the wide open opportunities for those who have the proper mindset and can position themselves in a way to be able to take advantage. And not only that, you have real estate, agriculture, and technology, just to name a few of the sectors that you can tap into. Whatever you're doing in the Western world, if you're in any of those industries, you can position yourself over here as an expert because you're coming from a so-called developed you coming from a so-called developed nation and developed area, so you can bring your skill set in order to help the people over here. See, sometimes the capital that you can bring is literally knowledge. If you have a certain skill set, if you have a certain knowledge about a particular thing or a particular field, people will actually pay you and invest in you based off of their knowledge that you have. I know, unfortunately, we weren't able to tap into the wealth distribution in the United States in the beginning of the eras because of how they set up their system. But the way that the times are now, the way that things are set up, if you have the knowledge, people will come and pay you for that particular knowledge. So I know our people got some knowledge. I know our people have learned exactly what it takes in order to be successful in many of the industries. So what you can do is come to the continent of Africa and leverage that knowledge that you have in order to position yourself as an expert that really knows what's going on. So you have to use what you learned over there as a stepping stool for you to be able to come over here and connect, because it's wide open for those who have the right mindset and can really see and understand the times. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it's going to take some hard work and some dedication. But if you trust the process and you trust the journey, you could be one of the millionaires that's projected to come to life within these next 6 years. Okay, so you just have to take that risk and really believe in yourself and stay true to your mission and stay true to why you start your journey, whatever reason that may be, whatever reason you have for why you doing your thing. Remember that and keep that at the forefront of your mind when you're deciding to come over here and tap into these different industries. And we cannot forget about construction. Even though the millionaire population is set to rise by 65%, construction is set to reach a market size of $74.8 billion. $74.8 billion is the market size projection for construction. So that's a lot of space and opportunity. I speak about construction a lot because I know the development that's going on. I've seen it going on the ground over here. Over these past 4 years, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to be able to see many places come to life in this short amount of time. And that's just over where I am in East Africa, Tanzania. Now, can you imagine over in the places where things aren't as developed and they're just getting started? So that leaves a lot of space and opportunity for those who have the right mindset and, of course, the capital to be able to tap into these industries, man. I want to see all our people take advantage and have a chance over here because I know we're trying to build wealth. We're trying to break generational curses as a people, and we're trying to tap into the right industry so that we can build wealth over here. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket and worry about technology and just mining and real estate. Let's look at all the different ways that we can diversify our skill sets and help the continent reach another level over here. Since we're here, got to show y'all some of the products real quick.
This are natural body ready. Not your body.
Yeah, natural product.
Not your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, come closer. Come. Busy Beachy. Now that really sums up a few of the things I've realized since I've been over here on the continent of Africa. There's been many things that I've learned. There's been many things that I've seen. And there's been many opportunities that I've been able to take advantage of by being over here for the past 4 years. Now, if you're thinking about coming over here, if you're thinking about positioning yourself and coming to Africa, make sure you do things properly and position yourself and plan the right way. Don't just jump into everything. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you understand the industry you're getting into. Make sure you understand the person that you're investing with. Don't just be naive and think everyone is going to do you properly and everyone is going to be willing and doing the right type of business with you. Keep the right mindset. Keep your discerning up so that you can be successful in your transitioning over here. And as you're investing over here, make sure you do your due diligence and look into the individuals and learn from what they've already been producing and see the work that they've been doing. So if they look like a reputable source and someone that you can look in and work with, take advantage and take a chance, all right? And so, guys, we've been lied to about what's possible over here. We've been lied to about what's going on the ground over here. So I'm coming as someone that's been over here for the past 4 years with some on-the-ground information, some on-the-ground knowledge, and some on-the-ground realness to let you know what's possible. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate you staying tuned to the end. I hope I was able to bring you some value so that you can see what's possible over here in Africa if this is what you want to do or if you're thinking about doing something like this. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned to the journey and see what we have going on over here on the continent of Africa. And if you're thinking about coming over here to Africa, I've created a document with 14 of the most important things you need to know before you decide to make your transition. I've went over all my ups and downs and created a document in order to help my people have a smooth transition. There's 14 of the most important things I think you need to know and you should have at the forefront of your mind as you decide to make your transition over here to the continent of Africa. So if you want that document, just click the link below and join our newsletter and you'll be sent that document immediately. If you made it to the end, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Make sure you keep the shalom peace and don't let these people stop you. Y'all stay safe out there. Shalom. If you're watching our content, you're probably interested in figuring out how to come to the continent of Africa. Well, you're in luck because we offer repatriation consultations for those who are interested. I will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour and answer all the questions that you may have in regards to coming to the continent of Africa. I will help you figure out how you can make a smooth transition for you and your family. With our 4 years of experience, we have enough knowledge to be able to help and assist those who are seriously interested in coming. So if you're interested in booking a consultation, click the link in the description box and I got you. And also, my wife offers natural consultations for those who are interested. She has helped several people heal from many ailments that they've been dealing with. So if you're looking for a natural remedy to deal with any ailment that you've been dealing with, click the link in the description box and book a consultation with my wife.